starting with the breath, as we always do, exhaling and then inhaling through your nose deeply, if that feels good to you, and then a slow out breath. The breath is such a great tool to regulate our nervous system. So just taking this time to fully exhale and then breathe in without rushing. And then maybe even through pursed lips, exhale like shh. Maybe again. When you feel ready, let your breath come to just a natural rhythm, one that you don't have to think about. And we'll move our breath, attention to the breath, to attention to the body. And noticing, you could start at the neck because that's an obvious place, and the shoulders, but notice if you're holding any tension there. And if you can you soften in the shoulders and the arms, and even across the chest. And then we all have habitual patterns of holding in the body. It could even be that your fingers are, are curled in. So can you rest your hands somewhere comfortable for you? And maybe palms down, which is more calming. If you feel like you need energy, then palms up. So let the chest be open, the belly soft, loosening, relaxing. And then we're going to widen our attention again back to the words by Jan Richardson. And this time listening not just with your ears, but with your whole awareness. So, blessing of the well. If you stand at the edge of this blessing and call down into it, you will hear your words return to it, return to you, like talking into a well. If you lean in and listen close, you will hear this blessing give the story of your life back to you. Quiet your voice, quiet your judgment, quiet the way you always tell your story to yourself. Quiet all these, and you will hear the whole of it and the hollows of it, the spaces in the telling, the gaps where you hesitate to go. Sit at the rim of this blessing and press your ear to its lip, its sides, its curves that were carved out long ago by those whose thirst drove them deep, those who dug into the layers of the well with only their hands and hope. Rest yourself beside this blessing, and you will begin to hear the sound of water entering the gaps. Still yourself, and you will feel it rising up within you, filling every emptiness, springing forth anew. So we all have our own stories we tell ourselves about our story. And what are the gaps that we don't tell? And can we sit with those and find a new story to make for ourselves? So just include now the more distant sounds, things in your space that you can perceive, you can hear. And it may just be that all you hear is silence. So lay back, rest back into the openness of just listening. Notice how the sounds are known spontaneously with your awareness, that you can usually recognize where the sound is coming from. But know in this moment, there's nothing to do. You don't have to react to that sound. And in our lives, moment to moment, sounds appear and are known. And there are times when we can practice letting them come and go, like now, like clouds in the vast sky of your own awareness, appearing and disappearing. We could choose not to hold on to things that are coming into our space, into our mind, into our physical presence. We can choose to let them come and go. Again, like the clouds in a vast sky, in the vast sky of your own awareness, things can appear and disappear with our practices. So again, sounds, whether they're internal or external, come and go like clouds or bubbles. You are the receptive space of awareness. So rest in this open awareness. You are the person receiving this space, these sounds. This is your awareness. Notice too how thoughts and images might arise when we're in meditation, when we're in this space. Sometimes thoughts and images may appear. And can we let them go with awareness, making a choice to keep them or not keep them in our awareness? Because this spacious awareness has no struggle. Pleasant and unpleasant thoughts and feelings can also move through the space of the mind like clouds. Ideas, fragments, memories, even joys and sorrows may arise and then vanish like clouds as you rest in the sky of your own mind. Rest in this space of awareness because it can be your home. Now letting the spacious awareness notice your body as well. And sometimes we have different sensations that arise when we're still. A noticing of temperature, of even, the quality of the air, a dryness. Sometimes we feel a tingling, You can notice where there's pressure against your body, where you're sitting, where your feet are on the floor. We can even label hard, soft, or for temperature, cool or warm. And just relax and let those sensations change or stay the same while you rest in awareness. So, relaxing, staying open, receptive. Let your sensations float, change. Allow sounds to come and go like clouds in the clear, open sky. Let thoughts and images and feelings arise and pass. And sense this receptive awareness that it can be filled with sensitivity, receiving all the dimensions of our life. Our feelings, our memories, our hurts, longings. Receive them with tenderness, tenderness for yourself, listening with your heart space. And while we're listening, can we focus in on what really matters to us most in our lives? Above all the noise, above all the images and thoughts and memories. What is the river that sort of flows through it for you? What you want? What is most important in your life that you want to pay attention to, that you want to listen to inwardly? Do you have a mantra that you like to use? Maybe it's just peace, something as simple as peace, something not so simple as peace. So, listening with the truth of your heart, what matters most. And there may be words or images associated with your deepest intention. Maybe it's the people that you care the most about. Or maybe it's a scene in nature that fulfills you, that you return to either physically or in your mind, that it matters to you, it's important to you to spend your mind space on it. And finally, knowing that whatever you experience, there is an ongoing inquiry in our lives, always. There is always a process of listening and receiving. Again, you are the receptor. You choose what matters most for you to listen to pay attention to. You are the author of the story of your life. Now return to our poem again. The Blessing of the Well. If you stand at the edge of this blessing and call down into it, you will hear your words return to you. If you lean in and listen close, you will hear this blessing give the story of your life back to you. Quiet your voice, quiet your judgment, quiet the way you always tell your story to yourself. Quiet all these, and you will hear the whole of it and the hollows of it, the spaces in the telling, the gaps where you hesitate to go. Sit at the rim of this blessing and press your ear to its lip, its sides, its curves that were carved out long ago by those whose thirst drove them deep into the well, those who dug into the layers with only their hands and hope. Rest yourself beside this blessing, and you will begin to hear the sound of water as you listen deeply, as you go further. Rest yourself beside this blessing, and you will begin to hear the sound of water entering the gaps. Still yourself, and you will feel it, your story rising up within you of what matters, filling every emptiness, springing forth your story anew. As we take a few moments in silence, sense the possibility of bowing and honoring the life that's here, the life that you've created, honoring the essence of whatever most matters. As we start to bring this meditation to a close, bring in the image, if you can, of what peace looks like to you. Maybe it's someone's smile. Maybe it's nature. Maybe it's a hug. What's an image of peace? And how does peace feel in your body? And what is the essence of peace to you? So I'm going to end with, when I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out love. Namaste, friends. Namaste.